Good morning, viewers. Thanks for staying tuned to Republic, tracking the big story this morning of how al-Qaeda's al-Zawahiri has been eliminated by the US forces. In fact, more details that are now coming in of how the Hellfire missiles were used by the US forces to carry out this precision airstrike. In fact, those are the visuals also in which you can see the finer details. The particular house where Zawahiri was attacked, in fact, he was killed in the heart of Kabul city. We have our executive editor Niranjan, who's tracking all the latest on that. Niranjan, if you could help us explain how Hellfire missiles are used and the precision airstrikes that were carried out by the US with respect to this attack.
Yes, our experts will be able to tell us more about the Hellfire missiles. Actually, we have a video of the Hellfire missiles and how they are used. If I can put up those videos, we've sourced it from the US military system. Which is a content generator on YouTube. So this is a video that I'm putting out with courtesy to them, just to tell our viewers a little bit about the Hellfire missile works. We'll just tell you more about the video of the Hellfire missiles, and we are hearing there was a strike on Sunday morning. The US intelligence officials and the entire intel security apparatus in America had an idea about al-Zawahiri being present here. And our own sources in the security agencies are saying that he was there since February this year. He was in fact given that house in February this year. This is how the Hellfire missile system works, by the way. That's on your screen right now. That's a little about the Hellfire system that was used by America in this operation. So while we stay on these pictures, I just want to tell you that our reporter is there, our correspondent who will be on the ground getting us all the details, and he's in fact at the location. And in the next few minutes, we should be able to get the first report from there. That's how a Hellfire missile works. That's a Hellfire missile in operation. So eerie that when it happened on Sunday morning, nobody knew what was going on. Some journalists in Afghanistan also tweeted pictures of the house that was targeted. And they also put out, they said this is a picture that was a picture of a drone that was captured, when the operation took place. It's a very hazy picture. Bilal Sarwari, a journalist, has put up that picture of that drone as well, though he says that he can't really confirm, but he says people on the ground managed to somehow catch a picture of that drone as it was leaving that area. It's a very hazy picture, but nonetheless, what it does tell you that there was a great level of planning in this operation, a precision strike. And if you look at the picture of that house, now let's show you the house. There are 3 or 4 pictures of the house, not just one. 3 or 4 pictures of the house where al-Zawahiri was targeted. It's a bungalow. It seems like, and it's got high walls. Clearly, meant to be a safe house. And the journalists from Afghanistan who are tweeting, or who tweeted after the attack on Sunday, say that, look at that house. This is typically a safe house with high walls. Not too much visibility, but there's a balcony. If you look at the right side of the screen, there is a balcony there. And you see the rear end. What you're looking at is the rear end, and the rear end is clearly damaged. And there are more pictures now that are coming in that shows that there is a tarpaulin or a sheet that is completely covered this house and this portion. Perhaps a cover-up job, with the global attention now being paid to al-Zawahiri. So that's a little bit about how the attack took, how he was taken out, how al-Zawahiri, one of the world's most wanted terrorists, was taken out. Let me go across to Ray Locker, Colonel Shailendra Singh, and Wing Commander Praful Bakshi, who continue to stay with us. Let me show you that drone. The drone, if one of our cameras is focused on the drone as put out by a journalist in Afghanistan. If our producers could take that picture of that drone on surface, look at that. Very hazy picture, Ray, of that drone that was captured. When it happened, when the attack happened, we are told that was a picture that was captured. Very hazy, can't vouch for it, but put out by a journalist in Afghanistan. But the level and scale of this operation, and I think they really waited to really take him out. and they've struck him in the heart of Kabul. Some reports saying it's Sirajuddin Haqqani's house, de facto leader, the man who's ruling Afghanistan. He was hiding. The world's most wanted terrorist was hiding in the house of al-Zawahiri. I mean, he was hiding in the house of Sirajuddin Haqqani, we are told. Right next to that house is the house of the Kabul police chief. And exactly how Abbottabad happened, exactly how Osama bin Laden was taken out in Pakistan, in the military headquarters, close to the garrison area. He was literally in the heart of Kabul, in one of the most safest and secure areas of Kabul. Ray.
Should the intelligence service of the United States wrong that there are people even in Kabul, Afghanistan, run by the Taliban who are willing to cooperate, probably for money, and that it's hard to hide for as long as al-Zawahiri was able to hide. Eventually, the bill came due and was taken out.
And one of the world's most wanted terrorists has been eliminated. I think we're also being joined right now by Hayatullah Haqzai. Hayatullah, can you hear me? Good morning. Can you hear me, Hayatullah?
Thanks, sir. Good morning, yes, sir.
Good morning. So Hayatullah is a senior journalist joining us live from Afghanistan. Hayatullah, what can you tell us about this area, this location? We'll show that area and the pictures of the house where he was taken out. What do we know from local reports about this area and where al-Zawahiri was hiding?
Yes, as I heard from TV media, Ayman al-Zawahiri exists in a diplomatic area in Kabul. The name of that area is Shirpur. This area is a very secure area. But today, last day, he was killed by USA military. So it was impossible for people of Afghanistan, but the United States of America intelligence did it, and they killed him.
From the local reports, Hayatullah, what do we know from the local reports about who else was possibly killed? Who else was possibly killed?
As you know that in media, a few hours ago, the President of the United States of America, Joe Biden, announced that we killed Ayman al-Zawahiri in Kabul. So it's right. 2 days ago, they attacked in Shirpur area. Shirpur area is one of the most security area in Kabul. It is a diplomatic area, but they had information about Ayman al-Zawahiri because he joined Kabul to meet his family. His family as well exists in Kabul. So therefore, they attacked and they killed Ayman al-Zawahiri. I mean, Ayman al-Zawahiri was killed by USA spy or intelligence military.
Okay, so Hayatullah, what is the Taliban saying on record? What is the Taliban saying on record on this particular strike? Have they made any comments about or acknowledged whether it was Ayman al-Zawahiri?
Finally Taliban accept it, but before they reject it, they told there was not attack by airplane. They rejected it, but finally they accepted, that Ayman al-Zawahiri was killed by United States of America. But at first they don't accept it, they reject it, and they told that it's wrong report. But at final, when the United States of America announced it and they accepted, Ayman al-Zawahiri exists in Kabul and he was supposed to meet his family in Shirpur area, but he was killed by the United States of America military.
This is huge. This is huge. Now you're saying that that they've acknowledged. Was it a statement? Was it an announcement? Who from the Taliban has acknowledged it was Ayman al-Zawahiri?
One of the spokesmen of the Taliban, General Mubin, he is an active person in Taliban government, and he accepted, it happened.
Development In fact, we now have the first report from the area. I'm going to play out that report in just a few seconds. And I'm just going to play out that report in just a few seconds right now. But I want to get in a word also from our panelists who stay with us. Colonel Shailendra Singh, you're listening into what's been going on. Hayatullah has just said that even the Taliban has been forced to admit that Taliban, which was in denial, has been forced to admit it was al-Zawahiri.
Yes, definitely.
Their character, they would have actually not accepted it. It is only now they are slowly and steadily progressing towards the acceptance, because they don't have a choice, because they know. And a good strategy could be that yes, we should hold the Taliban by their collar slowly and steadily and ask them that you better join the world of anti-terrorism. Don't be a terrorist state. You may have a character of that kind, but you have no choice because the world is against you. Same goes for Pakistan. I can only tell you, India must bring that correct pressure, correct strategy in US, that why are we not going to hold Pakistan role in this responsible? There has to be a role. You take my word on it, because that is what Pakistan is all about. If you are the so-called boyfriend of Haqqanis, then you know your girlfriend very well. And without you as a boyfriend, Pakistan, Haqqanis, cannot actually work on military affairs. They don't have an organized military the way ISI is. So I feel Pakistan need to be taken on board as a strategy that we will help you. We will help you overcome terrorism, which you have been crying. You are already under pressure, because when such a person can be killed who was under strict best of the protection at Kabul, that means there are world targets, world terrorists who are staying in Pakistan also. I think India needs a covert diplomatic offensive with US, that we will bring out those people also who have been officially sheltered in Pakistan.
Yes, and Ray, even the Taliban has, you just heard what Ray Locker, you just heard what Hayatullah said. Even Hayatullah saying that Taliban has been now forced to admit they were in denial, tried to hush it up over the weekend, but they haven't been able to do that. And the way I see it, and with the details emerging of Sirajuddin Haqqani's links, etc., there's going to be a huge fallout of this. I think for the next few weeks and months, this is going to be a top story, Ray.
And believe me, it doesn't end here. I mean, this is a victory for the U.S. in terms of war against terrorism. But there will be other people who will follow al-Zawahiri and take up his cause. I don't know how it's going to play out in the future. This is obviously a big win, but I'm not sure how active he's been in terms of fomenting terrorism lately. But it's a big win, and we're going to see a lot of things shake out in the next few weeks and months. There's no doubt about it.
Make an announcement. Republic TV is live from the location where the strike took place, and I'm just going to put out the first video. I'm not giving out the details of my correspondent there. Of course, he fears for his life, but I'm going to put out the report. I'm going to ask my teams to just put out his first report. He's recorded for us. In just a few seconds, I'll have the report on screen. I will have the report on screen. And we're just going to put out the first report. From that area. We have the pictures of the house as well, the first video, and I'm just going to put that out. In fact, we are the first network, the first global network to get you a report from Shirpur in Kabul. The first global network to get you the pictures of Shirpur in Kabul. In fact, one of the houses that has been demolished, but it has been completely destroyed. We're getting in that video as well. But okay, let's cut to the newsroom. That's my colleague. That's my colleague. Let me just call him Zabi for now. Zabi, who sent us this report. It's a Republic Global exclusive. Republic Global exclusive from Shirpur. Let's play that out.
And drone strike. But still Taliban official denying that there was no casualty of their high officials. So it was the biggest blow after their first leader Ayman al-Zawahiri has been killed in this strike. Hello and welcome everyone to the Republic World from Afghanistan. As you know that on Sunday at early morning around 6 a.m. there was a drone strike in Shirpur, one of the places in Kabul, on the residence of al-Qaeda organization Ayman al-Zawahiri. And after that, today President Biden announced that he was killed in the drone strike. But still Taliban official denying that there was no casualty of their high officials. So it was the biggest blow after their first leader Ayman al-Zawahiri has been killed in this strike. Hello and welcome everyone to the Republic World from Afghanistan. As you know that on Sunday at early morning around 6 a.m. there was a drone strike in Shirpur, one of the places in Kabul, on the